Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing awesome tonight. So we are going to look at the three pendulum messages that the lead team collective gave us for this upcoming week. Okay, I already shared them in the weekly energy report that was this afternoon. So if you've missed that video, I highly recommend, because you get some in different categories for the week. It combines astrology for the week with the lead team collective messages, and it gives us predictions under most areas like finances, political, spiritual, collective, that sort of thing. And it gives us a spiritual practice underneath, real simple spiritual practices for each area, as well as crystal recommendations, and then the pendulum predictions under that as well. So it was really kind of it's a new approach that I'm just trying for the week, and we'll see if you enjoy it. But I will post the video right here in the corner at the end of this video. Okay. So we're going to dive in deeper though with the pendulum messages for, again, these are the three for the week. Okay. Not just specifically for today, but for the week. And I asked the lead team collective which oracle decks they wanted me to use. If you're new here, I have about 65 oracle decks, and I have them all listed on individual cards, and then I shuffle and they fall and then I ask on the dowsing rods if those are the decks they want me to use. So for the first message, they wanted me to use, I gotta remember. Okay, so the first message for the week, the first pendulum message, there's a piece of hair on there. Okay, leave it alone. Which, is there a song in your head right now? Leave it alone, 'cause we can't see eye to eye. Yes, I should not sing. Okay, so there ain't no good guys, there ain't no bad guys. There's only you and me, and we just disagree. Okay, so leave it alone. Yeah, that was the first thing that came to my mind. All right, so this is the deck they wanted us to use. So let's get some more information about that. I did decide that, and I know some people like this, but because I do the prayer as I prep for these videos, I am going to stop doing the prayer on the recording. Okay, I know some of you might have an opinion about that. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, because sometimes I just feel like I want to jump into things, and maybe other people, when they're listening to me, want me to jump into things. So I get it. I get it. Time is of the essence. Time is precious. Okay, so leave it alone. So I will ask the lead team collective, what would you like to tell us about leave it alone? Why was that a message for the week from you? What else would you want to tell us about that? So I basically wait for just, some kind of obvious card to just kind of pop out. Sometimes it takes a little while. Let's see, that one was sticking out there. Let's see, I do like them better if they fly, but okay. Anything else, you guys? All right, that one sticking out. Let me see if I might have gotten one that's correct. All right, is this two? No. Are either of these cards ones that you wanted us to read? Oh, good. Yes. Okay. How about the card on the left? Yes. What about the card on the right? No. Okay, so it's the first card. Are there any other cards you want me to pull from this deck? No. Okay. All right. So leave it alone. Let's see what we can interpret from that. See if there's any more information here that's helpful for us. Okay. Oh, young moon, strength. See if you pick up anything there. Young moon, and this was about leaving it alone. Sometimes it does take strength to leave things alone, doesn't it? Okay, so young moon. Let's see what they have here. Okay, This card calls for you to draw upon your inner resources. It's time for you to step into your power. If someone or something has been making you feel less than, consider the possibility that this is actually a soul challenge to you from the universe, designed to urge you to believe in yourself more. So leave that alone. Leave that alone. It's your time to shine. You have everything you need to achieve your goals, but you need to show the universe your resilience and strength. Now is the time for you to move out from the shadows and into the light. There is nothing to be gained from cowering in the shadows at this time. False humility won't get you anywhere. Don't sell yourself short, and don't even try to convince yourself that you don't have what it takes. You really do. The first step now is to think about all those times in your past when you got through big challenges. Doing that made you the person you are today, and you have all the resources you need to keep going. You know, this actually just reminded me of a comment that I read where someone said, you know, I just don't have it in me anymore. I don't want to continue. You know, it's like not really interested. I didn't feel like suicidal or anything, but this person who was commenting, but more like, yeah, this sucks. Like being on earth kind of sucks. And what I would say about that, my first reaction was, no, we need you. We need you. There's a reason why we all chose to be at earth at this time. And we need to do it collectively. So we need to find the strength to keep going, right? And this is the time to be, it is building. I mean, I can see it, feel it in myself. I am so much more powerful, not in an ego way, but just so much more powerful within myself than I was 8 months ago. Okay, so just when you feel like you're starting to feel defeated because of stuff going on, just know that collectively we all need each other. We all need each other during this time, especially those in the light, right? We can't afford to lose people in the light. Let's stay in the light as much as possible. So in terms of leave it alone, what do you think about that in terms of this card, strength? So additional meanings for this card is don't be a wallflower, go first, transformation is possible now, be bold, make the first move. The yang in the yin-yang symbol, is that in there? No, can be seen to represent the masculine energies in all of us versus the yin, which represents the feminine energies. That's about the symbol. Okay. I don't see it in there, but so leave it alone. What am I going to write for leave it alone? What are you going to write for leave it alone? If someone, the line that struck with me is if someone or something has been making you feel less than, consider the possibility that this is actually a soul challenge to you from the universe, designed to urge you to believe in yourself more. So basically, leave it alone. You don't need anybody else to make you feel less than or more than. So that's something you're feeling less than regardless of what they're doing. You know, that's kind of how I'm picking it up. So I'm going to put under leave it alone something along those lines. It might take me too long to write it down, so I will wait. But I'm going to use that sentence in my journal under leave it alone. Okay, well, let me know what you're going to put for that, okay? All right, so let's look at the second message for the week. I think it's interesting. It's like why they are using wait. They use wait in the next two messages. So wait for Trump to leave. And maybe leave it alone has something to do with that too. Wait for Trump to leave. Just wait. We're waiting. We have been waiting. We have been. And I think pretty darn patiently for the most part. Okay, this was interesting that they wanted me to pull this deck. The Akashic Truth Oracle. I thought that was interesting. Now this one doesn't have additional cards or additional booklet, but it has enough words on each card. So let's see. And this is a pretty slippery deck, so I get a bunch of them falling here. Okay, so lead team, what would you want to tell us What more information do you want to tell us about wait for Trump to leave? Wait for Trump to leave. What else do you want to tell us about that? Oh, yeah, see? Look how many fell. Yeah, that ain't happening. That's not happening. They're like, yeah, it's in there. It's in that little group, but I'll tell the lead team, you gotta do better than that. They're relying on my shuffling skills. Okay, let's see if that one. So wait for Trump to leave. This is a very slippery deck. I knew it before I even started because I've used it before, obviously. Wait for Trump to leave. Okay, let me just see. All right, so did we get the right card for wait for Trump to leave? Yes. Do you want me to read both of them? No. Do you want me to read the card on the left? No. No? They're saying yes and no. Why are you saying yes and no? Do you want me to read the card on the right? Yes. Do you want me to read the card on the left? Okay, thank you guys. They really stopped at that time. Okay, I'm like, you got to be a little bit more clear. Okay. This one was have faith. That would have made sense. Have faith. That's the one they didn't have me read, though. That would have made sense for wait for Trump to leave. Okay. So let's see. What do we got here? See, that would have made more sense to me. Follow your passion. If there's something that excites and motivates you, it's a message from your Akashic record that it can lead to your abundance. Don't silence it. Maybe, again, I think that this other one, which I might have, I've already mixed it. Oh, here it is. Have faith. I'm just going to read this one too. It kind of makes more sense to me. And that doesn't mean that I interpreted the rods right today. So have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. Yeah, it's hard to imagine sometimes, isn't it? It's hard to imagine because I think a lot of our energy with Trump makes it, you hear a lot of people saying he's like Teflon, but the more we send that energy out, like nothing can ever touch him, then the more that, and I'm going to cut clear and cancel that right now, because the more we have that attitude, the more it is, the more that stuff doesn't, stick to him basically. Okay. So let's have faith. And in the meantime, follow your passion. Follow your passion. I know sometimes, and it just depends on the day, sometimes with what's going on in that administration can make me feel stuck for the day, And so these do kind of make sense to me, is follow your passion right now. Don't allow the bimbo to continue, have faith. Have faith in this process that's going to work for us, okay? That the light is shining brighter and brighter and brighter. And there are a lot of good people in the world. And I know it doesn't feel like that sometimes, but there are a lot of good people that are not going to let this shit go down, okay? The ship, the shit in the ship, all right? So in the meantime, don't, just let your passion, keep following your passion. We don't need this resolution. We don't need things to be resolved in this area right now because we don't have control over it. So you don't need it to be resolved for you to be following your passion. Okay, so that's kind of what I picked up between these two. Okay, so I'm going to leave that out for myself. And then we have the last message for this week is wait for love to win. Wait for love to win. So they wanted me to use the Divine Angel Oracle deck. Divine Angel Oracle deck. I'll have all three of these listed below if you want to check them out. Okay, so this one's fun because it has numbers on it. And this deck is very slippery too. Okay, so lead team, what would you, yep, that one popped right away. Thank you guys. Let's see if there's any others. What would you like us to know? That's another one about wait for love to win. Let's see if I got them. Okay. Did you want me, did I get the right card, or did you guys get the right card? Yes. Do you want me to read the one on the left? Yes. And the one on the right? Okay. You want me to read both of them? Yes. Are there any other cards you want me to read? No. Okay. All right. So let's see. So this one popped right away. Enthusiasm. Remember, this is wait for love to win. Enthusiasm. 343. If we add those up together, that's 10. So 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 3 is 10, and then 1 plus 0 is 1. Approach life with an optimistic attitude, even in the face of challenges. So you can see how these are all coming together, right? Leave it alone, wait for Trump to leave, and wait for love to win. They're talking about follow our passions. We can still have an optimistic attitude, even in the face of these challenges. Be excited about the opportunities that lie ahead and to embrace them with open arms. So let's get excited. I think if we sat in that energy of excitement about what it's going to be like when Trump leaves, the excitement of the opportunities we're going to have when all this muck comes out, the truth comes out. I mean, I have to admit, I'm sitting in some disappointment about our government in general, because I've always had, I've been trained and programmed to think, just like the rest of us, to think certain things about the CIA, the FBI, the Pentagon, our presidents, whatever. And I'm not saying they're all bad, but the more truths come out, the more we're going to have to deal with the fact that we thought something was one way and it's not. It's a different. So the more, I'm glad that I know it. I've been sitting with it, with my disgruntledness about it. But now, once it's a healing process, once you go through that, then there's opportunities for all of us, if we can all get to that point where we can actually see what the heck is going on, okay? So, and I think that's obviously still unfolding and going to be unfolding for a while, so. Okay, so this one, so we have enthusiasm and we have reflection. Wait for love to win, reflection. 987. So that's an angel number, 987. And so this is like the message of 987. Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. Okay, we got that a couple times. Have faith, follow your passion. What was this one? Oh, the strength card. The strength card. Okay. So we've got a lot of messages for the week. I think really, really helpful. Real individual. Strength, have faith, follow your passion, have some enthusiasm about even through challenges of what's to come, and reflection. Spend some time this week looking inward and evaluate your own actions. We are spending a lot of time evaluating other people's actions right now, aren't we? So this is probably a good reminder. They're just telling us, wait for love to win. In the meantime, evaluate yourself, because we're spending a lot of time evaluating this situation, right? Because there's so many of them. So good reminder to spend some time this week on self-reflection for our own development. So, all right, well, let me know what you got out of this reading tonight and what you're looking forward to this week with regards to these messages. And again, if you haven't watched the full astrology, energy, messages video, I will post it right here. It's going to pop up right now. All right, have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.